To start Chapter 5, we're going to be multiplying binomials. So first, let's start off with something that we might have seen before when we were distributing. I want to simplify the expression 4x times x plus 3. By simplifying that, I mainly mean I want to get rid of the parentheses, and how I would do a problem like this is I would distribute. So what I mean by that is I'm going to multiply the 4x to both terms. I'm going to have 4x times x plus 4 times 3 times x. To simplify that, x times x will give me x squared, plus 4 times 3 will give me 12x, and I'm done. Now, we've seen questions like that before. Again, that's just simple distributing. But what if I have a question like this? So now I want to simplify x minus 3 and 4x minus 5 multiplied together. And where this gets trickier is that I'm multiplying two binomials. And what I mean by that is that there's two terms in each. I'm not just having like one number on the outside that I'm multiplying to both. That's kind of what the last example was. If I want to multiply two binomials, an easy way to organize our distribution is going to be to FOIL, okay? And what that stands for is we're going to multiply the first terms, outer, inner, and last. So let's go through this one together. I have my expression. First, I'm going to multiply my first terms. So my x times my 4x, because those are the first numbers in each binomial. 4x times x will give me 4x squared. My outer terms are the terms I see in like the very beginning and the very end of that whole expression. So x times negative 5. X times negative 5 will just be negative 5x. Then I'm going to multiply my two inner terms. I have negative 3 times 4x, so I'll have negative 12x. And then finally, the last terms in each binomial are negative 3 and negative 5. Remember that a negative times a negative makes a positive, so I'm left with positive 15. Now, if you're foiling correctly, you always should end up with 4 terms after you multiply everything out. But from here, what typically is always going to happen is those two middle terms are like terms and they're going to combine. So now if I want to fully simplify, negative 5x minus 12x is going to simplify to negative 17x. So again, I'm just combining that negative 5 and negative 12. So my final answer would be 4x squared minus 17x plus 15. Let's look at one more example. I want to simplify 5x minus 3 times 2x plus 1. So I'm going to start by multiplying our first terms. So in FOIL, that would be f. 5x times 2x. 5 times 2 is 10. X times x is x squared. So my term is 10x squared. My outer terms are 5x and 1. 5x times 1 would be plus 5x. My inner terms would be negative 3 times 2x. Negative 3 times 2 would be negative 6x. And my last terms are negative 3 and positive 1. Negative 3 times 1 is negative 3. As I talked about before, those middle terms should always kind of combine. 5x minus 6x, 5 minus 6 is negative 1. So my final answer is 10x squared minus x minus 3, and I'm done.